man, he's the myth, he's the legend, he's the scientist with all the answers and all the questions. It's time for another episode of Alex's Science Corner.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Great. That was just the right amount.
Alex, what's going on in the wide, wide world of science, my friend?
All right. First story is about the NASA Opportunity rover. The Opportunity rover was originally supposed to run for 90 days, and it's been running for over 15 years now.
Wow. Yeah. And it's on. That's the one that's on Mars.
Wow.
Yes.
They finally got their money's worth.
Yes,
Yeah.
really. Woo.
Well, one of the challenges it has is that it's right now in a sandstorm on Mars, and the dust storm. And the dust storm is so severe that the solar panels on Opportunity are not getting any power. So NASA has put the rover in shutdown and hoping that it can survive the dust storm. Now, they expect it to survive. It's just that one of the things that may happen is dust may accumulate on the solar panels, so that even
It'd
after
be hard
the
to
storm clears,
recharge. Yeah.
right, it may not be able to get enough power after the storm to be able to run.
So it's going to need It's going to need a windstorm to blow that sand off of the.
Right, which is
of
how the dust got in there in
Yeah.
the first place. But that's also how it's been keeping clean for the past 15 years, because they expected it to die years ago because dust would accumulate on the
panels.
solar panels, but the winds have been blowing the dust off. So it's been keeping the solar panels clear.
Well, there's
So-
a life unto itself on Mars that's wants to keep us informed of what's going on.
Okay.
Say what?
Well, she's
The
got
Martian.
she's got an alternate conspiracy
Matt
theory.
Damon's still there.
He is. He is.
Maybe he'll go out and repair it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, the next thing is it's reference also to the story I did last week, and I'm going to re-reference again. When NASA pre-announces that they're going to do a press conference, prepare to be underwhelmed.
What do you
Because
want?
so let me explain about organic chemistry. Okay, so organic chemistry is anything to do with carbon. So like methane, cyanide are organic chemicals.
One of my floor mates in college was an organic chemist.
And it's one of the most common chemistries. We see methane and other organic chemicals in Jupiter, Saturn, on the asteroids. The goal is to try and find life, which, and I'm going to use this as an analogy here because it's like trying to look for the 10,000 piece Lego Millennium Falcon set. Okay, we're trying to find a 10,000 piece Millennium Falcon set.
Which is what, like $500 or $1,000 for
Yeah.
that set?
10,600 pieces, right? On Mars, we found some of the bigger blocks. We see all the 1x2 blocks, the 2x2 and the 2x4 blocks. On Mars, they announced that we found some of the 4x8 blocks. So we saw some of those kind of Lego blocks on there. Were they used to build a set? Did they come from the set, or were they from something else? We don't know, but we found some of the larger blocks. So this story is about researchers from getting data from the Dawn mission have found those same type of organics on Ceres, which is the dwarf planet in the asteroid belt.
Now, remind us again where the asteroid belt is, because I always forget.
The asteroid belt is between Mars and Jupiter.
Okay.
It's a ring.
It's not outside our solar system. It's not.
No. Inside our solar system, Pluto is part of the Kuiper belt, and then after that is the Oort cloud.
Okay. So what you're talking about right now is between
is a dwarf planet that is between Mars and Jupiter.
Okay.
So they had the Dawn probe that was studying it, and they found a large concentration of organics on Ceres. So these organics are pretty, they're common, but it's also finding these concentrations is important. Now they're trying to figure out why there's such a high concentration of them. Not just that they're all over the planet, but they're in specific spots. Are they coming from Ceres and reactions that are on Ceres, or are they coming from asteroid or comet impacts on Ceres? I do know researchers have found that it is possible to generate amino acids from comet impacts. So that's one of we have a lot of amino acids in us, and some of them may have come from impacts from comets. Yeah. So now they're trying to figure out why there's so many organics, or this variety of organics and concentrations on the planet Ceres. But again, the chemistry, the fact that we've got this stuff, we're finding these blocks, we're finding more concentrations of them. That is really important. Unfortunately, like I said, sometimes people.
Is it important not just to know whether or not there was or is life there, but also to know that these areas may in the future be able to sustain life?
Nah, not at the moment, because you'd have to have other things on there. Right now, they're just looking to see if there was something there. One of the things about last week's story about Mars was that they're finding these types of organics in a level that they were expecting to find organics, but the molecules were a little bit larger than they were expecting. And this is the part of the story, because at the level they're expecting to find them, they're expecting the molecules to have broken down in size. And so if these are the breakdown parts, they came from something bigger. Mm-hmm. What the bigger thing is, they don't know. They just know that we've got these small bits that were from bigger bits, and the fact that these bits are that size is the part of the story that. And somehow or other, you listen to the common news story, that means there was aliens on Mars, which we don't know.
Well, I think there was life there. There's definitely, but what's that life will find a way?
Okay.
That was the wrong answer.
Okay.
According to Alex.
Okay.
The answer is we don't know.
All right.
Okay.
We're trying to find this up where it's like climbing Mount Everest. We're looking up the cost of the plane tickets to Tibet. That's where we're at in the process.
Okay.
That's so disappointing. That's so disappointing.
It's not a quick process. It's going to take time.
All right. If you have any questions about these stories or anything else science related, just give us a call.
What's the number?
Does it really matter, Bobby?
Yes, it does.
Does it really matter? 203
837
9924.